everyone settle down. We're here to celebrate Phil Connors. And to kick things off, here's Phil Jr. to say a little something from the heart.
What's up, Punxsutawney? That's right, I'm back in my hometown and taking all of you with me for an extra special episode of Glass Half Filled.
Excuse him, he's under lots of stress.
All right, let's chat about... Ah, yes, Ned and Phil, best of friends. Here's the thing about Ned, folks. If you stop and you peel down a layer, you'll find a man who has used that talent for ridiculous positivity in his own life. To pull out of a nosedive of a divorce with his soul intact, to save his daughter from raising a son all alone, you'll find a man willing to dance the weirdest dance in the world, in public, to reconnect with his daughter. See, that's the thing my dad knew about Ned, and about all of you.
Good one, Junior.
Nobody is just who they seem to be on the outer layer.
Oh, Junior, that was a beaut.
Oh wow, you like that one. Thanks. All right, let's chat about... So this is me and my folks at Camp Pakawanaka. But you know, it can't be easy being a dad. Or a mom. Right, Mom? Trying to connect to a kid who's pulling away, kicking and screaming, trying to form his own identity. Looking back on that summer now, I realized Dad wasn't trying to show me up. He was trying to spend time with me. The truth is, he was right about me all those years. I wasn't ready to take on that zombie army. I wasn't ready to know his secrets. I wasn't ready to grow up. Hey, Mom. Thanks for believing that maybe, finally, I'm ready. Let me talk about... Okay, so here's my dad carving an ice sculpture of my mom. You know, I could never carve something that beautiful. But the truth is, like with so many other things, my dad was right. Mastery just takes hard work and time. A lot of time. See, there's a kid out there, you all know him. John Ryerson. How did he do that? By not giving up. By taking the time to get good. I'll tell you, I finally learned from John what I wish I'd learned from my dad years ago. All it takes is time. Thanks, guys. Thanks, that's really nice.
Thank you, everyone, for coming, but the party's not over. We will now proceed to the T-shirt giveaway.
Lola, did you get the video? What did you think?
Yeah, I'm watching it now. I think we may have something here. Let me do my producer magic and get this baby out to stream by ASAP. And Phil, get your ass to the airport before you miss your flight.
I don't think there is a way out, Lola.
That was beautiful, Junior. Will you join me now? I want to show you something.
This has been a lovely afternoon, Mom. I don't remember the last time we spent this much time together just talking.
As soon as I saw that sculpture, I knew what you were going through. Help me, Phil. Tear them all down.
I can't
I
see...
think you can pull great.
where
Now take
to
those
from.
two.
Why am I doing this?
I want to show you something behind the posters. It's hidden behind the posters.
Oh, there is something there.
Oh, I forgot how beautiful it was. This was the alley where Old Man Collins died on Groundhog Day.
Come on, dear.
He took his last breath in your father's arms.
When you say it like that, it sounds like Dad strangled him.
No. Collins was a homeless man. Kind-hearted soul. May you rest in peace. Your father could do so many things, but no matter how many times he tried again and again, how many skills he learned, he couldn't save Old Man Collins. He told me he painted this mural as a way to remind himself of what he learned that day.
"8:02. What's that?
Every night, by cold bricks' glow, I watch the shadow rising from this old man in the snow. At 8:02, we let it go. It's a haiku your father wrote about that night with Old Man Collins.
Of course it is. Guy seems pretty happy to be dead.
Your father always thought that death was not a tragedy. It was more like being released.
You sure Dad didn't murder him?
When Dad died, it happened suddenly, and he knew what was happening. But then he smiled at me, and he said, "It's okay. I'm ready." And then he took a last breath, and he let it go.
Is that star supposed to be heaven or something?
Heaven, nothingness, whatever you want. I think for Phil, it was a reminder not to take any of this for granted.
What do you mean?
Phil told me once he had learned to adjust to hopelessness. He had to let go and just embrace it.
But Mom, what if I never get out of it? I've helped people today. I've made amends. I've made lives better. But if every day starts all over again, what does any of it matter?
Oh, it matters, Junior. You know, I remember what must have been Phil's last day in the loop. He gave the most beautiful speech at Gobbler's Knob that morning. And that night, everyone in town was coming to thank him for something he'd done for them. He even carved me an ice sculpture just to see me smile. He made it the perfect day. And I think he must have realized he had to live every day as if it would be the day that mattered. Until eventually, it was. But believe me, when he finally got to tomorrow, from that first morning he woke up with me, he lived every second of his life with joy and gratitude.
Hey, you're doing great, Junior. Just glue the tail on the kite and it'll be done.
You sure it's not too windy out here, Dad?
No, it's perfect. There's a strong southward gust coming off Lake Erie, giving us sustained winds of probably about 27 miles per hour.
But Dad, what if I can't hold on and it gets blown away?
Well, then it gets blown away. Just like everything, kid. That kite, your mom and me, every comic book you collect, every girl you'll ever kiss. And at some point or another, you gotta let it all go.
I should call Alice, order breakfast, so I can leave early and finish the statue. Much better. I miss you, Dad. Every loop could be my last. Every day could be the one that sticks. Each day has to be a perfect day. Hi, Alice. Hey, can I have the super mega breakfast delivered to Rita Connor's house on Cherry Street? Thanks.
Seriously, Phil? You're in Punxsutawney?
Listen, Elise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I fucked up. Listen, Mom, I know you're just gonna tell everyone anyway, so... Guys, I got news. My girlfriend Elise is pregnant. And now you're so happy you don't even need a cappuccino this morning.
Thanks, brother.
And Sophie, your grandma has a VIP pass for Shiny Happy Bulletproof tonight.
I do have a pass.
You should invite John Ryerson when you see him at the Knob. One more little touch. I know this is what you wanted. For Mom. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, look, there's Ned.
Phil Jr., your mom
Hey.
told me the news you're gonna be a daddy. A popsicle. You know what I always say.
Someone finished it. And it's the whole family, just like your dad imagined.
I finished it for you, Mom. I tried to make it perfect just like Dad did.
I don't understand.
It's okay, Mom. Now I have to give a speech.
All right, everyone, settle down. We're here to celebrate Phil Connors. And to kick things off, here's Phil Jr. to say a little something from the heart.
I'm not going to use the projector today, Ned. Thanks for coming. Nice to be here. Hey again, everyone. None of you are going to remember this, so I'm just going to level with you. I've made this speech so many times now, I've lost count. I wake up every day right here in Punxsutawney, and it's always the day before Groundhog Day. And there's Nothing I can do about it. And the kicker is, the one person who would have understood is the dead guy we're here to celebrate. See, it turns out my dad and I had a lot more in common than I ever knew. And here's the real kicker. My girlfriend Elise is pregnant. I'm gonna be a father.
Beautiful.
Good one, Junior.
No. Thank you, but it's actually kind of a tragedy because I'm never getting home. Never going to see him grow up. And all I can imagine is that it's because I'm still not ready to be a dad. I certainly failed at being a son. You know, it's funny. Dad always used to tell me that it wasn't all about me. I couldn't hear him, but I think I get it now, Dad. The only way he made peace with an eternity of one day was by making it all about you. The people of Punxsutawney. He lived that day over and over until it was near perfect. So, I guess we'll all be doing this again tomorrow, but I'll make you a promise. I'll try again to make this day as perfect for all of you as I can. Okay?
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Lola, did you get the video? What did you think?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, that was a weird speech, but it was beautiful. Mom was crying through the whole thing. Just, wow.
It was just like This Is Us.
Thanks, guys. Don't worry, Mom. I know what you're thinking. And I remember. At 8:02, we let it go.
We've done this before, haven't we? Just like your dad.
Yeah. And it gets better every time.
I'm going to spend some time with Mary and the twins. Then maybe we'll go for a drink at the Pennsylvania later. You in?
Okay, Jake, see you later at the Pennsylvania. Have you heard? It's gonna be quite a shindig.
I have heard that, yeah. Can't wait.
Still making people happy even when you're not here. You've got a gift, honey. Thank you so much for that speech today, Junior. It really touched my heart.
I'm glad to hear that, Mom. I'm glad I came home for the ceremony.
Your dad would be too.
Jake, look, Sophie's still with the Ryerson boy. Oh my goodness, look, she is smiling. I didn't know she could do that.
Oh, well, ain't that something?
I swear those kids will be the death of me.
Did you have a good day, Mom?
I did. Thank you so much for that speech today, Junior. It really touched my heart.
Glad to hear that. I'm glad I came home for the ceremony.
Your dad would be too.
Hey, can I ask you something? In your speech, what you said about living this day over again, is that actually happening? Is that what happened to Dad? Like, all his weird stories?
All I can say, Jake, is you'll never believe it until it happens to you. But I don't think it will. It happened to me and Dad because we needed it to, and I don't think you need it. You're like already there. All you need is a couple cappuccinos.
But if we really are doing this all over again tomorrow, can we do it all exactly the same? I mean, I think today turned out pretty gosh darn great.
Can I help you, weirdo?
Don't be a jerk. That's my Uncle Phil. No, he's actually pretty cool.
Ha! Yeah, what she said. Well, I'm just happy to see you two having fun together.
Hey, dude, this is you. You're blowing up.
What are you talking about?
Hey, someone posted the video of the speech you made, and it's going viral. You know, people love it. You know, even Streamler reposted it.
Desperate man rambles in attempt to stay young?
What? I wasn't desperate.
What? It's got 4 million views.
Desperate it is.
Hey, that thing you talked about up on stage today about every day being the same.
What?
You know, Grandpa Phil actually told me about that.
Are you serious? When?
I don't know, when I was like 7 years old. He told me I was ready.
That son of a... I can't believe it. Seriously, why would he tell you?
I think he liked the questions I asked. But there's something I've always wondered. If each day's exactly the same, what happens if you talk to a guy on the street and the next day you don't? Does the guy just like talk to the air or something?
No, it doesn't work like that. If you're not there, that guy just keeps walking. And maybe instead, I don't know, he bumps into this woman coming around the corner and they start talking and fall in love, all because you weren't there to talk to her.
Okay, but if then you start the day over again and you do talk to him, what happens to his falling in love with that woman? I mean, does his life start over again along with yours? Are we all repeating this day over and over again and you're the only one who knows? Or does that man's whole life and his children and his grandchildren still happen in some other time stream? Some reality version 17?
You seriously just blew my mind.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle the existential ramifications of what you're asking, so why don't you use that for your next sci-fi story?
Works for me.
I gotta say, Sophie, you got a lot more going on than I gave you credit for.
Wow, you said a nice thing.
Well, hey, buddy, you wouldn't believe the pre-Groundhog Day shindig going on in the ballroom. I swear, I just needed to catch my breath.
That was a nice thing you did for Sarah today. You made her happy.
Well, bells, Junior, that's just what family's for. And if the bookstore doesn't work, I've got one heck of an insurance policy.
Good morning, Punxsutawney! What the heck? She never calls me this early. This is different. It's to...
Phil, I think I just felt the baby kick. Or wait, is it too early for that? You know what? I think it was just last night's tacos.
Oh my God, is this real? Is it really tomorrow, Elise?
Baby, it's today.
Yes! Today is tomorrow! I made it!
I don't know what that means, but Phil, I wish you'd come home.
I am taking the first ride back to you, babe.
I just came home.
Wait, the ultrasound, it was today.
It was early this morning.
So you saw it. Well, is it a boy or a girl?
They can't tell this early. Besides, I don't want to know. Whoever shows up, I just want her to have a clean slate.
You just said her.
Yeah, I did.
I hate to break it to you, it's gonna be a boy.
What? So you can blow stuff up in the driveway together?
Yes. Absolutely yes. 100%.
Oh, Phil.
What? What is it?
This is happening. It's so real now. What if... I'm not ready?
Baby, don't worry. No matter what happens, there is nothing to be scared of because it's gonna be us together. We got this.
So we're doing this.
I think we're doing this.
You ready for a million crazy moments with me and this baby? This is really what you want.
This is all I could ever want. And hey, if we screw up bad, maybe we'll be lucky. We'll get to do the day over and over and over until we get it right.
Junior, wake up. We're gonna be late for Groundhog Day.